Hey folks, welcome into some WNBA action on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the New York Liberty going up against the Minnesota Lynx. In the booth with Tim Swartz and Brian Benefitemi, I'm Blake Suniga, and we're glad to have you along for the ride. Hope you guys brought your seatbelts. These teams fly up and down the floor.
I'm strapped in. I locked in. I'm ready to go. This is a matchup I've been looking forward to. I love these fast-paced ones.
Yeah, me too. But the big question is, who can slow the other one down? I also think dictating the pace is going to be key right here.
Pass to Lloyd. Here's Diggins. Back to Lloyd. Morrow. Wilson. She's guarded by Griner. Wilson, no good.
Nearly got a finger to that shot on the block attempt.
It was just as effective as a block. Made her completely change her release point and caused the miss.
Was shot by Stevens, no good.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get her off balance.
Here's Diggins. Here's Wilson. The rebound by Brittany Griner.
You see defenders afraid to get in her way a lot of times when she's on her way to the bucket, but not that time.
Pass to Stevens. Clock at 6. Back to Hayes. From the elbow. New York, no good that time either.
That's too good a look to pass up there, despite the result.
Here's Diggins. Back to Wilson. Magnagor. Pass to Diggins. Jacks up a 3. No good there.
I think that one could have easily fallen for her.
The D may have done just enough there.
And here's Zandalicini. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
0 for 4 to start. Still looking for their first make.
Here's Wilson. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
When Wilson gets the rock down low, it's almost automatic. So effective close in.
Pass to Hayes. Back to Stevens. Tipped away. Now Griner. Covered by Lloyd. From 12 feet out, Griner's shot's good.
Big basket there. The 5th time's the charm, am I right?
When it comes to winning, few do it better than this Lynx franchise.
Yeah, I mean, look, from 2011, one losing season in Minnesota, come on. It feels like they're always the contender. And a lot of that comes down to coaching. This team is always prepared.
And here in the first, 3 minutes in. Pass to Diggins. 6 on the shot clock. Takes the 3. Rebound New York. Now Zandalicini. And here's Cannon. Here's Griner. She's guarded by Wilson. Takes it from 10. Asia Wilson grabs the board. Pass to Morrow. Here's Diggins. Here's Morrow. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her. Here's Lloyd. And the basket good. A bank shot that time.
Perfect screen there. Set her up with a terrific look.
Yeah, but that's a bad job by the defender to not fight through that screen to contest.
You want to see more effort there.
Here's Zandalicini. The left wing. Pass to Stevens. Ezzy Maglagor with the steal.
And already this Minnesota crowd is fired up. There's some serious buzz in the building tonight.
Well, of course, the Lynx and New York Liberty leading in that incredible 2024 final series. These Minnesota fans want some revenge. That was a heartbreaking 5-game loss.
And for the Liberty, in the season series last year, they went 1-2 against the Lynx.
And a second look at that rejection, taking no prisoners on defense there.
Early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Now here is Hayes. To the middle. The jump hook. And a foul called on the shot. Got her on the way up that time, so she'll shoot two.
It's so tough to match up against Stevens inside. With her size and touch, there's no easy way to defend her.
First free throw is good. And now that we are well into the second half of the season, guys, what do you make about how this playoff race is shaking out?
Well, we've still got a good number of games left to be played. I'm interested to see if any teams that are just outside the playoffs end up making a run.
And for the teams that are kind of at the opposite end of the spectrum, the top of the pack, they can't afford to get complacent. It's all about making sure you're playing your best basketball at the right time.
Now here is Lloyd. The trade. They grab their own miss. Goes back up. New York with the rebound.
Sometimes you can hit that deep three, but it's really not a great look for her. Not a very well-advised shot.
No. I mean, even for her, that's too far out. Just really good awareness right there on the assist.
Pass to Diggins. Morrow. There's Jewel Lloyd with the three. That one drops for her second bucket. Marker 2 for 4.
Well, Lloyd loves to punish teams from downtown. She'll take that shot whenever she can.
And here's Zandalicini. There's a screen by Stevens. From downtown, a rebound by Asia Wilson.
Even without that three ball dropping for her, the defense should have done way more on that last play.
Yeah, I mean, the D's got to be better as a coach. You can't stand seeing her having that much space to get her shot off.
Now here is Hayes. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. To the paint. Reiner uses the glass to finish the layup. Minnesota trailing.
Well, no one has blocked shots like Brittany Griner, a one-of-a-kind defender.
I mean, she led the league in blocked shots in each of her first 8 years in the W. And it's about more than just her length. Griner just reads the game so well. Is such a high IQ player.
Here's Wilson. And Brittany Griner with the block.
Yeah, her touch has deserted her this quarter. Nowhere to be found.
Pass to Stevens. Zandalicini, covered by Lloyd.
I like how Griner uses her size to her advantage. It allows her to attract contact and get to the foul line.
At the line for Liberty, Brittany Griner. 2 shots.
And she can't get the first one.
Really, the moment Brittany Griner steps on the floor, she's impacting the game because as an opponent, you have to react to her physical abilities as well as her skill and her touch as a scorer.
And she sinks the second. So the Lynx now, trailing by 2. Here's Diggins, covered by Ionescu. Sheldon outside. Thiebish. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Wilson. Let's go with a 3. It's hauled in by Cannon.
You know, she's disappeared this quarter, not making a mark at all with her offense.
And you know she'll be happy to get this period over and done with and just start fresh.
Here's Diggins. She's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Kicks it out to Wilson. From outside the arc. New York with the rebound.
The way she's been going this quarter, they're going to need someone else to pick up the slack.
Pass to Griner. Ionescu fires for three. And it's hauled in by McGregor. They need this. And the basket by Diggins.
The mid-range jumper, it's a very high percentage shot for her when she has that much room to get it off.
Now Stevens. Griner with the ball. She's got 7. Ionescu left side for 3. Another miss by Sabrina Ionescu. Here's Diggins. Pass to Phoebish. Now here's Sheldon. Here's Diggins for 3. Griner with the rebound. And if they play the clock right, they can go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
And here's Ionescu. Stevens, defended by McGregor. Here's Cannon. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, it's the tall frame of Stevens that allows her to see the floor so well and distribute accordingly.
And they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. They got to score.
Pass to Diggins. New York with the rebound.
She has been anything but her usual self this quarter. It's been ugly.
Goes up at the stripe. Will not go. Misses off the front iron. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Liberty out in front, up by 4. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And taking a look at the Liberty performance here. Guys, what are your thoughts?
Defense paying dividends for them through 1.
Coach has to be happy about their effort on that end. Just a lot of hustle.
Now here's Harrison. Pass to Sheldon. Lets the 3 fly. Mack grabs the miss. New York leading. Now Suarez. Down low. And the basket by Mack.
That's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. And I know nobody likes a traffic jam, but this defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Yeah, nobody likes the traffic jam. We can agree on that. They can't allow the offense to get those high-quality looks inside.
Now here's Harrison. For Suarez. Jefferson pulls it in. Here's New York now. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Ionescu misses.
Yeah, the great shooters, they know when they've got enough opening to go through the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice there.
Yeah, not very good defensive coverage that time. The D got lucky.
There's the 3. Minnesota grabs the miss. Sheldon outside. Pass to Phoebish. Nurse. She's covered by Jefferson. And that one comes up a bit short. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Stolen by Sheldon. And here's Phoebish. Right wing. Deflects the pass. Oh, and the fast break for the Liberty. Three-pointer Sabrina Ionescu. Rebounded by Phoebish.
She's been ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
He can't get that one.
Yeah, she tried to fight her way through traffic and just couldn't do it.
Pass to Ionescu. From deep, Shot clock at 6. Buries the long-range jumper.
Zero hesitation on Ionescu's shots. She's pretty much got it all picked out so that once she gets the ball, she's automatic.
Minnesota calls a timeout. And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Tries to snap the cold streak. And it's Lloyd missing. Let's see if they can extend their lead to double digits.
And no reason to think they can the way they're going.
Outside Hayes. Pass to Stevens. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Inside, here's Wilson, and she banks in the layup.
Her ability is matched only by her energy, guys. She's usually in the middle of everything for them.
Mack, and she makes good on the layup.
She always knows where her teammates are going to be, and she'll have that ball there waiting for them.
Sheldon outside. Pass to Lloyd. 5 on the clock. And the 3 off target.
On an open look like that, she's just got a gift for making the weak coverage pay.
That's a surprising miss. She's almost always deadly when she's that open, even from way downtown.
Now here is Lloyd. She's got 5. Wilson outside. Here's Sheldon. Good on the triple.
Perfect screen there. Set her up with a terrific look.
Yeah, but that's a bad job by the defender to not fight through that screen to contest.
You want to see more effort there.
Here's Stevens. Now Zondalicini. Pass to Ionescu. Now here is Stevens. And she gets the bucket.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now. I mean, there's more holes in their defense than in a block of Swiss cheese.
Man, he's made me hungry, but that's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were inside. They've established themselves inside. Where's the cheese?
And here's a look at what's coming up for the Minnesota Lynx. On Saturday, they head out on the road to face the Aces in Las Vegas. Then on Tuesday, they continue the road trip heading out to Seattle to take on the Storm.
Well, the road, never the highlight of your schedule for any team, but for this team, it's a chance to go out there, test themselves, and see how well they gel outside of home courts.
Well, after winning her 3rd MVP in 2024, no one has won that award more than A'ja Wilson.
Yeah, picking up number 3 at just 28 years old. Wilson's on a trajectory we have never seen. A 4th MVP would set a new league record.
She hasn't had much success shooting the ball.
Pass to Zondalicini. And here's Cannon. Defended by Sheldon. There's the triple. And Stevens is good for 3.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. Just phenomenal ball movement.
Everyone's looking for the best shot, and it's paid off during this run.
Now here is Lloyd. She's got 5. Sheldon, covered by Ionescu. Wilson the screen. Sheldon gets the bucket.
Give an assist there, not for a pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed her up and really just made that layup possible.
Hayes with it, covered by Lloyd. Ezzy Magagor, get that shot out of here. Ezzy Magagor with the steal. Sheldon outside. Pass to Magagor. That one's good, and it's Jason Sheldon with the dime.
I like how Magagor picks her spots on offense, knows when to look to score inside.
Outside Hayes. Three-pointer Sabrina Ionescu hits the three-point bomb.
That's her 2nd from long range in the quarter. After a slow first period, she's rolling.
Pass to Wilson. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Liberty.
Liberty ball. Substitution on the court.
No question who's been in control of this game.
Yeah, absolutely. They've really taken charge.
Pass to Stevens. And again, it's the Liberty missing.
Okay, look. I know she isn't having the best of games from the floor, but it hasn't seemed to hurt them.
Now here's McGregor. And she was all alone on that one.
Decisive. See, it's a quality for any good shooter. Lloyd has it. Just get the ball, fire away.
Here's Griner. Pass to Zandalazini. Deflected. It's stolen by McGregor. Outside Lloyd. Here's Diggins. She's guarded by Hayes. Back to Lloyd. Morrow. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Wilson. Excellent D there from Brittany Griner. Outside Hayes. Over to the wing. Stevens, defended by McGregor. Three-pointer. The shot by Stevens, no good.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Lucky she was off.
I just hope that was a mistake by the D, because if that's how they plan to guard her, they're going to have serious problems.
Now here's Griner. She's got 7 to the inside. And 2 free throws coming up as she misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there. It goes on Asia Wilson.
An elite athlete for a player of her build. Griner's willing to battle on the interior.
And she makes the first, but misses the second. To the middle. Here's Wilson. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
Yeah, that's all that he can do. Wilson is so good at capitalizing inside, even when she's under duress.
Pass to Cannon. Here's Zandalazini. And here's Hayes. And again, it's the Liberty missing. And so that's the end of the first half. Liberty out in front, leading by 9. And we will be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And now the third quarter about to get going again. One of the stories here is definitely Stevens being able to get it done.
I know we've said it about 1,000,000 times already, but I'll say it again. She's had a great half, scored a lot of points.
And in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half she had. She can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
All right, the second half beginning in a moment. Minnesota trailing. Here's Diggins. Wilson, she's guarded by Griner. Inside, Azare Stevens with the block.
Because of Stevens' competitive drive, she doesn't want to allow any easy buckets.
Pass to Griner. Zandalasini. Reiner with the screen. And stolen by Asia Wilson. To the paint.
Diggins.
That's good. And so Asia Wilson with the assist.
Another good pass. Impressive offensive execution from them.
Yeah, passing has kept the defense off balance. 4 straight field goals made off an assist.
Here's Cannon. Now here is Stevens. Defended by McGregor. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Zandalasini. The 3 is up. Minnesota grabs the miss.
And here's Morrow.
No scoring yet from her, but that's likely to change. To the right side. Outside Lloyd. From past the arc. Gets it to go from downtown.
I like the assist. She knew exactly where that bounce pass had to be placed.
Pass to Stevens. Outside Hayes. To the wing on the left. Now Griner. She's guarded by Wilson. Here's Zandalasini. Griner inside. She's guarded by Wilson. Can't hit that one.
And not only has Asia Wilson won MVP awards, she also has multiple Defensive Player of the Year trophies.
Yeah, the key there, Blake, is plural. I mean, she's got a bunch of them. And so when we watch Wilson, we are no doubt watching the best two-way player in the game. Plus, you think she's out of that three-point shot as well a couple of years ago. The only question with Asia Wilson is, what can she do?
Here's Zandalasini.
McGregor grabs the miss.
Not how you want to kick off the second half with 3 straight misses.
And stolen by Brittany Griner. To stop the drought. And that's 2 points on the layup.
That one goes down, but offensively, just 1 of 4 to start the third quarter.
Now a timeout called by Minnesota.
Yeah, I think the coach is watching a lot of shots they normally make rimming out, and it has to be frustrating. Maybe see if they could create some scoring opportunities at the free throw line.
That may be the answer for them, but you know, ultimately, I expect them to shoot their way out of this slump.
Now here's McGregor. Wilson, she's guarded by Griner.
Pass to Diggins. And here's Morrow.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Floyd. And again, no good by Minnesota. Now here is Hayes. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Here's Griner. Nails the baby hook.
She's been one of their more reliable options today, and it's her shooting that has given them this lead.
Here's Diggins.
She's guarded by Hayes. Wilson outside.
Pass to Diggins.
And again, no good by Minnesota. New York leading. Here's Stevens. Zandalasini, covered by Lloyd. Back to Stevens. Beyond the arc. That's all good, and that's her 5th basket of the game. She's shooting 5 for 11.
With the fundamentally sound skill set, Stevens is able to create offensively.
And they call an illegal screen here.
Well, I just think an illegal screen, it's one of the toughest calls for an official to make.
Yeah, you have to appreciate how difficult a job they have to do when it comes to making calls like that. It's not as easy as people might think.
And the refs in this league just do a great job.
Now here is Hayes. Looking for her first basket still in this one. Back to Griner. And that one good.
They're just killing them in the paint.
You can say that again. I mean, the defenders aren't being nearly aggressive enough down low.
They're just killing them in the paint.
Thank you.
Here's Diggins.
Outside Lloyd. Pass to Wilson. Shot to stop the run. And she connects with the jumper.
Explosive first step with an accurate mid-range J. It's part of what makes Wilson so tough to guard.
Now Zandalasini. Down low. Stevens. That's good.
And it's pretty hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at the stats monitor, there's a stark discrepancy. When you look at the assist column, and you see that difference as far as fluidity in their respective offenses, too. Really one of the best players in the pick and roll. Wilson has a great feel off the screen.
Outside Hayes. And Asia Wilson with the block. Inside. And stolen by Azare Stevens. Pass to Griner. Cannon. Here's Andalasini. Drills it from outside.
They've got to be careful not to give a shooter of her caliber open looks like that, because one or two of those are all it takes to really get her going.
Here's Diggins.
New York with the rebound. Hayes with it. And the layup's good off the glass.
Gotten more comfortable being assertive, and when Hayes is on a mission, she is tough to stop.
Here's Diggins. Pass to Morrow.
Now Wilson. Drew Lloyd with the three. Griner with the rebound. Now Hayes. Here's Andalasini. Here's Stevens. 4 on the clock. For three, Tiffany Hayes.
Morrow with the rebound.
You don't want to give up that kind of look often.
They're very lucky they didn't get burned.
Pass to Diggins.
Lloyd. The three-pointer off the mark.
Those have been some terrible shot choices, Blake. That was not good at all.
Outside Hayes. Over to the left wing. Cannon. And it's off from three-point range.
Surprising miss, wouldn't you say? I mean, she usually devours those wide-open opportunities.
On offense, here the Liberty. Pass to Hayes. Now Zandalasini. Here's Stevens. Gets that one through the hole. Makes her 7 for 13 this game.
Despite her troubles in the first half, she stayed composed, stayed focused, and now she's getting it going.
Now here is Lloyd. She's got 10.
Here's Diggins.
She's guarded by Hayes. And the play stops. Whistle on what looks like an illegal screen.
The idea of setting a screen on that play, it was the good idea, the right idea, but the execution was not.
Yeah, you really want to set a hard screen, but you also want to make sure it's a legal one.
Both teams will make substitutions. Out to the wing. Pass to Stevens. To the middle. And Zandalasini gets it to go.
That is exactly why you don't leave your feet until the shooter elevates. She went for that pump fake. Hook, line, and sinker.
Now here is Lloyd.
Pass to Diggins.
6 to shoot. Over Ionescu. Gets it to go from 18 feet away.
They can't afford to give her that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you have to fight over the top of it.
And you need some help as well.
Here's Hayes. Hayes the screen. And here's Ionescu. Pulls up on the wing. Here's Stevens. And a good offensive board, and she gets the bucket.
Their prowess inside has just been tremendous, guys. It's been no contest on the low block.
And really, Brian, until the defense puts up at least some resistance, they ought to just keep pounding them down low.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Liberty out in front, delivering the blowout. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get set for the fourth quarter. And we welcome you back as we get going into the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Pass to Mack. And here's Suarez. She's guarded by Wilson. Ionescu outside. To the inside. Free throw line jumper. It's hauled in by the Lynx.
She kind of short-armed that shot after doing a nice job of getting open.
Here's Phoebish. And she drops in the layup off glass. And here's Ionescu.
Hey, yo, right here.
Pass to Stevens. Ionescu. Off target from outside.
She hasn't really done much on the offensive end, but she has worked within the team to help them get the lead.
Sheldon misses. Open and close, and she nails it. This Lynx squad struggling. Pass to Phoebish. Now here's Nurse. Three-pointer. Stevens grabs the board. Makes it off the glass.
And that's what they're hanging their hat on today, fellas. Hard-nosed play on the low block. I love that.
Me too. It's old-fashioned. Reminds me of when we played. I mean, old-fashioned, pound-the-rock basketball, and it's working well.
Wilson can't hit. And so it's New York with it. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Pass to Stevens. Fires from the wing, and it's New York with another.
A big lead becomes bigger. They are playing with purpose, guys.
And that goes for both ends of the floor. They've been controlling the action everywhere.
Just dominant.
Nice, accurate pass right into the middle.
And the Liberty call time here.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed by now here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Mack. Here's Ionescu. New York, no good that time either.
Well, most games she can hit from deep, but this game, it's not there for her.
Now here's Nurse. Here's McGregor. She's guarded by Stevens. Wilson the screen. Clock at 6. And a foul on the shot. She'll go to the strike for 2.
When you watch Ezzy Magwagor, her defense is what stands out to me, fellas.
A perennial all-defensive team member, Ezzy is long at 6'4" and defends with effort. Don't you dare sleep on her offense, though. It continues to get better with each year.
And the first one falls for her. That's also good, so she hits them both. Now here is Ionescu. Pass to Cannon. Now Stevens, defended by McGregor. Right side, Stevens. Three-pointer, Sabrina Ionescu. And so it looks like Liberty will retain possession here.
Liberty ball. Substitution on the court.
A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now for this fourth quarter. Pass to Cannon. Stevens. Ezzy McGregor, nice defense. Now Lloyd. And she uses the glass on the layup.
A physical guard. Jewel Lloyd gets those hard buckets.
Outside Hayes. Pass to Griner. Shoots over Wilson. And again, it's the Liberty missing. To the paint. And here's McGregor. Griner with the ball. Here's Zondelasini. Here's Stevens. Connects from three-point range.
Right now, the defense needs to work on closing out on her because she is heating up from outside.
Here's Diggins. And she can't answer back the three-pointer offline. Pass to Hayes. Here's Stevens. Now Hayes. Stevens, defended by McGregor. 4 on the shot clock with the fadeaway. Ezzy McGregor, nice defense. Out to the left wing. And it's blocked by Brittany Griner.
Well, given Griner's timing and explosiveness, she can pretty much block any shot that goes up in the air.
Down low. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Tiffany Hayes.
Well, she shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. You know, like we say, she's been making music all day long.
And it's Lloyd missing.
A good board there, but overall, they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And they've just got to find a way to get back into this game. That's as good a place as any.
Just increase the effort on the boards. Really, she's had a nose for the ball. She's their top rebounder.
Well, she has been today, no question. Just unbelievable effort that she's showing on the glass.
And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
Her fingers have gotten a little slippery since halftime because, look, she went from no turnovers in the first half to quite a few here in the second.
Outside Stevens. There's a screen by Stevens. Inside. Yep, that one goes.
Now that field goal percentage of hers, it's gone through the roof here in the second half.
Here's Diggins. Left side, Lloyd. Shot to stop the drought. And she's good on the three ball.
You know, some players you can give that shot to, but let me be clear. She is not one of them. Terrible job by the defense.
And here's Cannon. Griner inside, working on Wilson. And that one drops.
The combination of a long frame and a unique skill set make Griner such a tough cover for opponents.
Pass to Wilson. Morrow. Back to Wilson. Over Griner. And it comes off the front of the rim.
The defense has to play tight on her, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss.
Tiffany Hayes on the wing.
2 minutes.
Now Zondelasini. Pass to Hayes.
Shoots the three. The shot, no good.
Wilson outside. Here's Diggins. Back to Wilson. Lloyd. The three. It's hauled in by Cannon. Now here is Hayes. Pass to Cannon. Back to Hayes. Now here's Griner. Here's Cannon. Off target from three-point range.
Very close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Not a great habit to get into, letting her get that wide open.
Hayes with it. Passes on Delazzini. Yes, that nice assist from Tiffany Hayes.
I can't believe it. They cannot forget about her like that. She's not going to miss that open look.
Here's Diggins. Brittany Griner with a defensive effort. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Cannon. Pass to Hayes. There's a screen by Stevens. To the inside. Magbagor with the rejection.
A difference maker on the defensive end. Magbagor, all-out efforts.
Here's Diggins. And so New York takes this one by a big margin. A resounding victory for them and in enemy territory, no less.
It was enemy territory. But with the way that they controlled the game, they took the crowd completely.